And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Words I Choose to Live. About to connect with our family on Amazon Live. We welcome you all to our broadcast today. I'm joined as we're kicking off 2022 with Melissa Banks, Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and Darius Ewing. How's everybody doing?
Doing wonderful.
Hey,
Great.
can you believe, for one, we made it through the year that was 2021, and we have stepped our toes, at least right now, into 2022. I'm going to go ahead and connect with our friends over on Amazon. But I want to remind everyone, if you guys are not joining us on the Amazon Live platform, you all can still be a part of our broadcast. We do have the chat that's open now. If you guys are joining us on YouTube, on Twitter, or on LinkedIn, we can actually see all of your comments all together. So feel free to be able to drop those in. We're kicking off a brand new segment here on our program, going very back. We're going to the very beginning of our book, Words I Choose to Live By. And you all are watching Words I Choose to Live By here on Amazon Live. I'm Cyrus Webb, joined by Melissa Banks, Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and Darius Ewing. We're discussing my book you guys see here. We're going to go ahead and highlight it in the carousel here on Amazon, Words I Choose to Live By. And we're going back to the very beginning, to week 1 of our book. And I'm really excited about this theme that we're going to be talking about today, because I think it's so important for us as we kind of think about life. I want to say, if you guys are joining us on the Amazon Live platform, if you're not following us already, make sure you guys click either in the corner or below. You guys will notice that follow button there. Also, if you guys have any comments, feel free to be able to drop those down below. Be glad to be able to add those in to the rest of our guests. Week 1, the message says this: it all begins with love. Here's to a week of surrounding yourself with those who will propel you forward and not keep pushing you back when it comes to walking a life of purpose. Remember this week that love shows itself. Those who love you will want the very best for you, as you should want the same for yourself and others. Love breeds love. And this is something, a mantra that I do believe in. It's a mantra I live by. It's something that I have learned early on. However, it may surprise people to know sometimes I take this to the extreme. I have never been a person very good at balance. So when I sense negativity, I'm very quick to call it out or to exclude myself from it, aka unfollow or unfriend people, because I understand the power that brings to us. But I also know I love to be able to encourage other people, to inspire other people in doing what they're doing. So Mary Ellen, I'm going to bring you in here in a moment, but I'm going to begin with Melissa. Melissa, how does this message speak to you? The importance of surrounding yourself with people that are going to support you and push you instead of bring you down.
You know, this message right here is really near and dear to my heart because of my journey, my entrepreneur journey. At the beginning, and I think a lot of us start out like this. At the beginning, we think everybody who reaches out to us, everybody who says they're for us, we believe them, right? So at the beginning, I believed everybody, even when you start to feel a little uncomfortable, you start hearing something in their voices. As you grow, though, you realize everybody who presents themselves to you are not there because they love and care about you. One of the great things about growth is as you grow and develop, you learn those signs and how uncomfortable. If you're around somebody that just makes you feel uncomfortable, or even just make you feel like you can't just be yourself. Also, something in growth is all about growth and surrounding yourself with people who genuinely love and care about you. It shows in their actions. They don't have to say to you every time they talk to you, I love you, but their actions show it, right? When you have a success, they're cheering. You hear them cheering when no one else is cheering. If that person that you have in your circle is quiet when you're celebrating, then you need to pay attention. It comes with growth. Cyrus, you said that you've gotten to a place where you can, you have a really strong cutoff, like I'm done. I don't feel good. It's not working for me. But that's growth to get there. I'm at that place today, but it took a lot of disappointment and hurt feelings and just a lot of growth within myself to know that everybody is not for me. And when they don't make me feel good, when conversations with them don't make me feel good, because my phone ring does not mean I have to answer it. So I had to grow to that, to surround myself with people who love, show positivity, and cheer me on, and I give it back to them. That's what it's about. It's about both of us feeling great about ourselves and our successes.
Yes, so true. Conchita, appreciate you joining us. Oh, on the Facebook side, Conchita says, "Love breeds love indeed." Tamika, hello to you. Glad you could join us live as well. Marilyn, I want to bring you into this. How has this message resonated with you in the way you live your life? Realizing the importance of association, which is really what we're talking about here, and not only association, but also those who mean you well versus those who don't.
Well, your first sentence in here, it all begins with love, is such a powerful truth because it does all begin with love. And the love others show to you is the love that you have inside for yourself. And it is an unconditional love. It is a love that Christ came to teach us all, of non-judgments, no motives, no expectations. And if someone does say something that hooks you or hits you in a negative way, you don't have to keep them in your circle, especially if they keep doing it. You do have to step back and ask yourself, what do I have to learn from this? Why am I seeing it this way? Is there something I need to learn from that, or have I already processed that and I can go forward? And it is so important for you to, when I first started posting my Truth of the Day posts, and a lot of people would make comments, and they still do, and some people would make derogatory comments about somebody else's comment. Well, I didn't allow that in my group, so I would warn them first, and then I would block them because I want my page, my Truth of the Day, anybody who follows that, I want them to be safe, and I want them to be encouraged. I want them to be inspired, motivated, and uplifted, because I have learned, it took me such a long time to learn to love myself. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean to love the goodness that God gave me, because I was not brought up in a family like that. I was not brought up in an unconditional loving family. I was brought up in a family like, well, we'll love you if you make A's. We'll love you when you look over. We'll love you. There were all these erroneous societal teachings around it. So I had to learn unconditional love of self, a Christ-like love. And that's what has brought me forward. That is what has healed my view of the world. That is what I teach, and that is what I live by. The love is so very powerful when you embrace it unconditionally, with no motives, no judgment, no expectations.
Love that. Darius, what about for you? I mean, how has this helped you in your life as you kind of look at where you are today? How has it helped you to realize the importance of not just those that you surround yourself with, but also what you are doing when it comes to others?
I learned early that I had to protect myself, not only protect my peace, but protect my ears, protect my eyes, protect what I see, protect what I hear, protect my mouth, protect what I say. And, the ears go both ways, because sometimes we don't listen, and sometimes we don't hear. But a lot of times we get fed the wrong kind of things with what we read or what we hear or what somebody says to us. So I learned early to start blocking out what was good and what wasn't good. That was the first step for me, loving myself, was to accept the fact that everybody's answer is not going to be, my answer to my journey. My grandmother taught me that when God blesses you, he puts an address on it. The blessing he has for Darius won't go to Cyrus Webb address. The purpose for Darius won't go to Melissa Banks address, or the calling for Darius won't go to Mary Ellen's address. It'll come to Darius' address. So you have to learn what to hear and what to listen for, and in turn you'll know what to say and what to put out to be able to help other people, in essence, learn how to self-love and self-develop themselves as well.
I love that. I love that. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Words I Choose to Live By. Edie, we see you over there on the Facebook side. Welcome to the broadcast. We're back with Darius Ewing, Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and Melissa Banks discussing week number 1 from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. If you guys do not have your own copy of it, invite you to get it. You can get it on Amazon. And go ahead and highlight it for those joining us on the Amazon Live side. It's available right now in print as well as the Kindle edition, as all of our co-hosts. If you notice, as they've been talking, if you're joining us on the Amazon side, we've been rolling their books through on the carousel for Mary Ellen and Melissa, their newest books, because they have a few. Darius has another one that's coming this year as well. But today we're talking about the importance of it all begins with love. So let's go ahead and get into what a lot of people need to hear, and what is not always talked about is that, unfortunately, we're not just talking about strangers here, Melissa. We're talking about family members. We're talking about friends. These are not strangers to us. How has that been for you to realize that sometimes you have to walk away even from those who you share blood with?
Wow, this is huge for me. And I have gotten really, really good at it. Initially, this was the hardest part, right? Because these are people who love you. These are people you're supposed to count on. These are the people that's supposed to cheer the loudest. But more often than not, these are the people that are silent. These are the people that are quiet. These are the people you have to use your cutoff, your separation from these people who are your family, because they love you and you love them. The hardest part for you is knowing when that family member, you have to love them from a distance. You can't talk to them every day. These are not people that you want in your head, in your space every day. You love them. It has nothing to do with loving them. It has to do with you loving you, and has to do with you protecting your environment. You have to put it on point, especially with your family, because you take more from them, right? Something a family member say, you may just suck it up. If somebody else said that same exact thing, your cutoff would take place. So I've gotten really good with family and with other people, knowing that I have to protect my space. I have to protect what goes in here, because if negative, unsure thoughts go in here, that's all that I'm going to give out. I can't do that, right? So I have to put it on a game. Even Cyrus and guys, you can be sitting around a family event and whoop, something very negative comes out of that person's mouth that will shut you down. So you have to have that A game on, and you have to know when to love them, but not talk to them every day. Love them, see them at the family reunion. Love them and see them in holidays, but don't talk to them every day.
Yeah. It's funny, Darius, I'm going to bring you in here, but I had a situation that used to happen to me, Melissa. I don't have that issue anymore. I had a situation where we were at an event and a family member says, "Oh, do you still work from home?" You know, that's the way they try to do entrepreneurs. And I said, "Yeah, don't you wish you could and make the money I do?"
Right.
You know, so that doesn't happen to me anymore. But but it goes to the point that is the thing. A lot of times they will, or do you still do that little business? You know, or are you still doing that little thing? You know, it's family and friends. Sometimes they think they can get away with those little things. Exactly. But as a young man, that says, not on my watch. I ain't having it. You're not going to do it. Tamika says, Darius, I had to learn that also, that everyone's opinion is not my opinion, and to speak my truth and stand on it. Love God and myself first. And Jessica says, yes, sir. Hey, my mom will tell you, Jessica, my mom will tell you, don't come to me with that thinking you're going to get away with something. No. It's not going to work. Darius, how have you been able to do it? Because even though I'm laughing about it and I am really good at it, it's not an easy thing to do. Like Melissa says, these are people who love you, but unfortunately, it's those people who hurt us the most, right? By what they say and by what they do. How do you counter that, Darius, when it is someone so close?
Man, again, loving yourself start with protecting yourself. Start with protecting yourself. What are you going to accept and what are you not going to accept? No matter who it is. No matter, it's no discrimination. It's not I'm gonna go take more from my friend than I'm gonna take from my cousin. Nah, if my cousin can't come correct, my cousin get cut out.
Yeah.
I'm at the age, I think I'm the youngest one in the group. I'm at the age, I'm at the age, I'm at the age where, you know, I've been hearing people say about protecting their peace, but it's beyond that, man. No, nobody wants to be on medicine, self-induced, because you self-inducing stress as you dealing with stuff that you don't have to deal with. Like, you choose to deal with it because you think, well, they go love me different, love. They go think I'm acting funny. I got to the point I'm like, well, forget all that, because I'm not on any medicine. I don't plan on getting on no medicine. Yeah, like that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm not, you know, nobody else is gonna make me sick. Yeah, unless I choose to let them do that. Right. I got time to do other positive things than to let somebody make me sick. No. Right. You're not doing that in 2022. No.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And Mary Ellen, you talked about this too. Unfortunately, we all have experienced it. And for our audience out there, all of us have had someone close to us, a supposed friend or a family member, who says something, because, as Melissa says, a lot of times we allow them to get away with it. That's what ends up happening. We allow them to think it's okay for them to take digs at us, or to try to bring us to their level in the things that they say. But Mary Ellen, how have you been able to counter that? Not allowing, you mentioned earlier about the post online, but how have you not allowed online and those offline engagements to affect you?
Well, Cyrus, just because someone's a family member does not mean that they love you. If they don't love themselves, they can't show love to you. I have a sister. Most people don't know I have a sister. She's 7 years older than I am. And she hasn't spoken to me since my mother died, which is probably about 13 years ago. And people always ask me, well, why don't you reach out? Why don't you connect? Well, you know, a long time ago, I sent her a birthday card, and it came back with all this scribbling over it, unopened, return to sender. Okay, I got it. You know, and I don't reconnect only because, you know, I got enough junk in my bag that I'm dragging behind me. I don't need her junk too. Yeah. And she, ever since I was a little girl, she's always been extremely jealous of me. I didn't do anything wrong. We were 7 years old. I mean, I was like 4, and, you know, she was whatever. Yeah. And that's her junk. That's not my junk to feel. And if she walked up to my door today and she said, I need a kidney to live, I would give her my kidney because it's the right thing to do, not because of any other reason. Yeah. And you know, you have, like I always say, it's so powerful, and you have to have love within yourself in order to share it with others. And unfortunately, in this particular case, I think she's always had trouble loving herself. Now, she sees or follows me or not. I know, because we've been out of contact. And, you know, love is so powerful. I mean, it's what our world needs right now. We need each other to be loving and helpful and encouraging and lift each other up. And if somebody's not lifting you up and you can work it through, go ahead with them. If they're not, you can just block them or throw them totally out of your circle. You know, you don't have to have any negativity in your world that you don't choose to have. And why would you choose to have something unloving, not positive in your life? I don't want to things like that. I just don't have time for it. Yeah.
It's a great reminder for all of us. Even Jessica says, no longer being held hostage to toxic relationships. And that goes so true, Jessica. And that goes for everyone. And I hope our audience, both on Amazon Live and on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn, that they also able to realize that too, that you deserve better. As the message says there, and this is the thing, remember this week that love shows itself. And that goes both ways. We show our love just like other people show theirs. And I think the big thing for me as a takeaway is realizing that, as all of you have said, we're not responsible for what anyone else does. If they choose not to do it, that's up to them. But we can, again, just focus on ourselves. And what we know is, as Mary Ellen was just saying, what we know is the right thing to be able to do. And I think for our audience out there, I hope you all are able to get that. That is my hope. Mary Ellen, since we have you there front and center, what would you say to our audience today about the importance of this message?
Well, let us all begin again in 2022 to first embrace yourself, love yourself, stop criticizing yourself, stop complaining about yourself, embrace all the good parts of yourself, embrace all the things that you need to work on, because then you can inspire and uplift and welcome everybody else into your world that has love and positivity to give you also. Uplift people, encourage people, be kind, motivate people, and just show your light upon the world. Let's get this world out of darkness and bring out all of our light to shine everywhere we go.
Love that. Darius, what about for you? What would you say to our audience based on today's message?
Man, I would tell them, man, look, stop making excuses and start making experiences. That's what I would tell them for today. Stop making excuses. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but you can do it. You got to love yourself first above everything. You got to love yourself first. Once you love yourself first, the experiences are, wow, they are amazing, because experiences are not things, not the same thing happening all the time. It's something different that's great that's happening.
Yeah,
so
I love that. Love
stop
that.
Making excuses. Start making experiences.
I love that. That's a great one. Trust the process.
Yes, sir.
Melissa.
Yes, sir.
Melissa,
we'll be going up today.
Melissa, what about you? What would you say to our audience, Melissa, based on today's message?
I would say, just as the other co-host said, it all begins with how you feel about yourself. So you get up in the morning and you say some affirmations pointing out the good things about yourself. You know, it is so easy for us to criticize ourselves and say the negative things, the things that didn't work, the things that didn't go the way I wanted to go. I don't like the way my hair looked. When you start pouring in positive affirmations into yourself, talking about speaking out loud, I don't mean just thinking it in your head. I mean literally saying it out loud so that it can get into your spirit, because I believe when you speak it out loud, it sows into your spirit. You really feel it. And then once you do that, you start putting out the love that you want to draw to you. I believe that we draw people to us. What we give out, that's what we draw to us. And also know that you can love a person dearly, but that person does not need to be influencing your circle, because it's up to you to maintain your circle. It's up to you to create the environment in which you get peace, in which it moves forward to your journey and keep you moving. It's okay to love somebody that's not part of that circle, because they can't give you what they don't have. They may just be a negative person. They may just be a person that can't cheer someone on. They may be a person that just doesn't have it inside of them because they're not working on them. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to look at yourself and give out what you want to draw in. And it's okay. It's okay to block them. It's okay to delete their post because their post doesn't give you great feeling. It's okay not to look at their pictures because their pictures make you feel bad about yourself. It's okay. You are not responsible for everybody else, but you are responsible for what you give to the world, what you bring to the table. And you're responsible for standing up for you and what you believe and giving out that love and excitement that you want to draw in.
Love that. Great message. Again, everyone, Melissa Banks, Darius Ewing, Mary Ellen Ciganovich chiming in on week 1 from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. You guys can see it there. This one is all about love, guys. And again, as we're kicking off a brand new year, it's great that we can go back to the very beginning. I'll be able to look at this message of how it all begins with love, us first loving ourselves, but also realizing what we deserve. And I think that's the big thing here that you heard everyone talk about. Like I mentioned, my book is available on Amazon, but that's joining us on the Amazon Live side. And go ahead and highlight it there. You guys can get both the Kindle and the paperback edition of it. Make sure you guys do get that. Bill Marie, thank you so much for the follow over there on Amazon. I also want to let you guys know, if you are starting off the year and you guys are looking for a great computer, want to recommend mine from Byte Cool. You may have noticed this conspicuously here on the front of my laptop. Byte Cool is a great computer for streaming That's what has helped me to be able to do this broadcast for Amazon Live. It's on sale right now on Amazon for $2.79. And I can tell you, I know from a little birdie, the price is going up the end of this month. So make sure you guys do go ahead and get you a Byte Cool computer. It comes with Windows 10. However, it automatically updates to Windows 11. I know because mine updated recently as well. So make sure you guys do take a look at that. Again, that is the Byte Cool laptop that's powering our segment here on Amazon Live for $279. Also, if you guys are looking for a desk converter, the one that you guys see here, I'm highlighting it in the carousel right now on Amazon. I was the very first one, was humble to say, to be able to test this one for the company Sunflex. This is my Sunflex desk converter. If you notice, it has one review there. The review is mine because it just came out last month. But I love this because you're able to adjust it. As I do, you guys have seen me do some of my other programming here on Amazon Live. You'll notice I'm standing up for those. This is what you guys see actually in those broadcasts. My Sunflex desk convertible. It is height adjustable. I am 5'7", so I have mine adjusted a little lower. But you can, if you're taller than me, you can adjust it higher depending on what your height is. It holds up to 140 pounds on this. Very sturdy. It is made out of wood. A really nice addition to your home office, or of course, even for kids going away to school. So just to be able to keep that in mind. Melissa, since we have you there, I mentioned how they can get my book. How can they get yours and stay connected with you?
I'm so excited today to share with you guys our new book, Dream by Design, the devotional condition. I got it out of the mailbox 5 minutes before we came on the air. I'm so excited. This book is going to inspire you, motivate you, and push you to action to achieving your dreams. You can go to themelissabanks.com and click on to get your devotional. It takes you right to Amazon where you can purchase it. You can also stay connected with us right there at themelissabanks.com. You can get listen to some of our interviews that we've done with some amazing women that share their journeys. You can get your ticket to Imagine the Possibilities virtual conference. All of our information is right there. You just have to remember that one link, themelissabanks.com.
All right. Mary Ellen, what about you? You now have 3 books out there. How can they be able to get your books and stay connected?
Well, my website is askmaryellen.com. Again, extremely easy. My brand new book, Truth Lives, is an awesome book of 120 truths that will teach you or assist you in thinking differently and seeing the world differently, encouraging yourself, uplifting yourself. And my other books, Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire, or Truth, Taking Responsibility, Unleashes True Healing. All 3 of these books are inspiring, motivating, encouraging, and will wake you up to how you need to see the world, not how other people need to. It will wake you up to your love and your goodness and your light that is inside of you, so you can go forward and share it with the whole world. AskMaryEllen.com, and if you need assistance, just private message me and I'll get right back to you.
All right. Thank you for that, Mary Ellen. And Darius, what about for you? How can you be able to get your book and stay connected?
Man, they can stay connected with me first. Let me apologize for looking down. I got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old who want to wake up and text every morning. I'm like, oh, hold on. What's the problem? Hey. They're just texting good morning, do good on radio. So Dad is on radio. Okay, you can find me on social media, Facebook, Darius Ewing, Darius L. Ewing. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Mr.Ewing1914. And on Twitter, Ewing1914. And I have my Mr. Ewing whatever here pretty soon. But you can follow me. I also get my book on Amazon. Just type my name in, Darius Ewing.
All right, we have it highlighted there, and we thank all of you for a great kickoff to our 2022 here on Amazon Live. And I mentioned to you all before we went on, we ended the year as one of the top 10 shows in the media category for Amazon Live, and Cyrus Webb Presents ended up in not only with our show in the top 10, in the top 20 for toys. Yay! For kids. Yay! The kids love Cyrus Webb. The adults, what? The kids love me. That's all that matters. The kids love me. And we love all of you. Thank you all for joining us here on Cyrus Webb Presents on Amazon Live. We'll be back here next week with Word That Choose to Live By. But make sure you guys are following us on Amazon Live. We have programming all throughout the week. My next show is coming up for the kids. I have it all set behind me here. Really exciting segments coming up. A great way to be able to have fun with the kids without any devices. We have some great new things in from Mattel. I'm really excited about that, as well as working with Marvel on sharing some great things as well. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye.